Hey everybody, it's been, I know, forever since I have done a what I've been melting, a melts review kind of video. And I say that because this is my empties box and it's overflowing, and it's like I've got empties on both sides of the counter. So, I'm way behind. Way behind. And I also lost all my notes. Most of my notes. I still have some, but not enough that it's going to be of any benefit to you. So, for me to sit here and go through this entire box would take me forever. So what I think I'm going to do is try to break it up and keep them maybe 15 minutes if I can do that. They're not going this box and overflow is not going to be descriptive by any means, because like I said, I've lost my notes. They are in a notebook somewhere. It might have been the one that I sent to school with one of my kids, but I don't know what happened to it. It's gone. I've lost my notes. So we will do what the most recent that I have melted that I still can clearly remember. I don't know. I got this in a D-stash. I don't know who this company is. This is Peppermint Cream. I had this in my Scentsy warmer, which is what, a 24 watt light bulb warmer. In this, it smells like a very creamy peppermint, like peppermint patty without, but I did not get any throw off of this. And if I did, it was very light and maybe for an hour. I didn't get a whole lot off of this. Again, I got it in a D-stash, so I don't know how old it is. I don't know what company this is from. This is the only thing that it was just a single donut. So this was Ollie soap in eucalyptus spearmint. There was 3 donuts in here. You can see the fragrance oils in the bag there. I put this in my 20 watt hot plate. I put a donut in my Scentsy warmer, and I also put a donut in my wall plug-in. Like one of the ones that's in my bathroom. This reminds me of deodorant. Best explained. It reminds me of a man's deodorant. It doesn't have like a real minty scent to it. It lasted probably 4 hours, and because those 3 warmers are in the back end of my house, it was coming up the hallway. So it did 4 hours is okay. It's it's not the best, but it's not a super strong smell. These aren't my favorite scents. I'm kind of like clearing out, trying to make room for spring, summer stuff. But it did okay. The other is Candle from the Keeping Room in Tencel. This was a huge snowflake, and it was again like a minty peppermint, creamy type scent. It did okay. It wasn't super duper strong. When you walked through the room, you caught drifts and scents of it. So I would say it was on the light to medium. It probably lasted 3 to 4 hours. I also had it in my Scentsy warmer. This is Shay's Scents in Pink Poop, which is like a pink pineapple tropical very, lot going on. I love this scent. It's actually in my son's bedroom, and it is in my party light warmer. It's a hot plate, and it is still going, and I think it's been 2 days. No, it's on the lighter end now, but probably the first day, and I'm saying day meaning probably first 12 hours it was in the warmer. It was, I mean, it filled the whole back end of the house, my room, my son's room, my other son's room, the bathroom, the whole end came up the hallway. I mean, it was that strong. It smells so good. You've got, it's not like super duper tropical because you've got that pink sugar in there, but it's really good. It's super strong. I love this one. Another one of my favorites that I melted was from the Fairyland fragrance, which is Sweet Sprite Magical Melt. This was so strong. I had this in my bedroom. It was in my 20 watt hot plate, and it is so bubbly. I mean, it has that Sprite, like literally it smells, you know how you get that fuzzy, bubbly, limey note of Sprite. Oh, it smells so good. I'm trying to think how else to explain it. It's very tropical. It's fruity. It's a fruity tropical, bubbly fruity tropical. This is one of my favorites, and I mean, it lasted strongly. It lasted forever, probably 10 hours. That strong. I mean, it filled my bedroom. Loved that one. This was Ethereal Glow. It's Black Croissant Tea. This is a lighter scent. It is kind of perfumey, like a floral perfume, but it's not strong. It was very light. Even whenever you melted it, it was a very light smell. I didn't pick up on it a whole lot throughout the house. Even I had this in a Scentsy warmer on my fireplace. I didn't pick up on it a whole lot even when you walked by. It was very mild. So I can't even really tell you how long this one lasted. This was Orchid Lakes Candles, Mangosteen Blackberry. This is still super strong in this container. It is very fruity. You get that blackberry note in there, but the mangosteen is like, it overpowers. This was, let me see, where did I have this one? I used to write them on the, this I had in the kitchen, which is my Scentsy warmer. I'm thinking it did not last that long. I'm thinking maybe it did longer than 4 hours. I'm thinking maybe like the 6 to 8 hour range. Medium to strong sip throw. Because I mean, it's still super strong in this container. I am mixing up what I've already done. This was, I got in Streetman Candles box that they were doing every month. The sampler box. This was from the Scandalous Candle Company Melt and Easter Bunny Burps. This was a very clean scent. I had this in my bathroom in one of the wall plug-ins. It did really, really well. It was just one of the little tiny, I don't know, it's probably about that big, butterflies. It was, like I said, it was a sample. I wasn't blown away by the scent. It wasn't one of my favorite scents, but I was blown away by the effectiveness of the scent. I mean, for it being in a wall plug-in and the amount that the size was, it did exceptionally well. It filled my bathroom. It came out of the bathroom into the hall. It lasted probably between 6 and 8 hours on strong before it dimmed down. I would say I left it in there all that day and even overnight before I dumped it. And even then when I dumped it, I even picked it up and smelled it, and you could still, with your nose in the bowl, you could still faintly smell it, but I went ahead and dumped it anyway by that time. So that one, like I said, I wasn't crazy about the scent, but the way that it performed was exceptional. This was Ollie Soaps in Strawberry Colada Fabulous. This I had at the end of my hallway in my Scentsy warmer. Did wonderful, wonderful. Love the scent. Absolutely. I mean, Strawberry Colada. Name says it all. The strawberry is a faint strawberry, so you still get all the richness of the colada, the pineapple, the coconut. Good to go there. Alright. This one it's one of those huge, huge clamshells. And I bust the entire thing up and I stick it in every single warmer in the house. This was in the scent Vanilla Mocha Espresso. And I did not mean to buy this. I wanted the pumpkin one. The coffee in this is disgusting. It's disgusting. And even to open it up now, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And it performed okay. I mean, it grew. It did what it was supposed to do. It wasn't like super duper strong. It didn't, I mean, it filled the house because I put it in every single warmer to get rid of it. But it wasn't like super strong that even though I had it in 6 warmers in the house that it choked me out. It didn't. I mean, if you walk through the house, you could smell it. Other than that, it was just there. But the coffee is, as Chris would say, it's that caca coffee. It's nasty. This was phenomenal. I had this in my 20-watt hot plate in my bedroom. This is front porch banana split. The banana is to die for. It was, you can't smell it in here now. But this was the best banana ever. It was, I totally can't smell it in here now. This was really, really good. Really good. Don't remember how long it lasted. I remember it was strong and it was really good. Thumbs up on front porch. This was Buggy Town Candle Company Pears and Berries. I had this in the party light in my son's bedroom. It smelled like, and it still does, it smelled like an Herbal Essence shampoo. And it performed really well. It filled his room. It did it was super strong. It lasted several hours, probably 10, 12 hours in his bedroom. And I say in his bedroom because we did shut the door. We keep his door shut because he doesn't want the little girl in his room. So it lasted like forever in there with the door shut. And it smells like shampoo to me. Pears and Berries. It smells like an Herbal Essence shampoo, which that didn't bother me. It didn't bother him. He actually picked it up to put in there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that... This right here, I also had in his room at one point. This is Lasting Scents Candles. It's Lavender Fairy Cakes. Now, I'm not a lavender person, and when this came in a D-stash, I'm thinking, ooh, lavender. Lavender mixed with cake, I liked it. Now, when I smell it empty like this, I get more of the lavender than I do the cake, when it was melting, it was the other way around. I got more of the cake than I did the lavender. It wasn't super duper strong. I would say even in his room being shut up, in the hot plate party light, it was probably a medium, a light to medium, and it didn't last all that long, the entire scent shot, which this is seems to be a smaller scent shot than the 2 ounce. It's 1.5 ounce, it does say on the bottom, which you probably won't be able to see, but it was more cakey when it was melting than lavender, so I was okay with that. I'm going to stop there with that. Like, I still have, or here's this one. Let's do this one too. This is Streetman Candles Raspberry Bread. I got this one because my husband is a huge raspberry fan. It is so bready. He hated it. I like bread scents, so it didn't really bother me, but you don't get a lot of the raspberry in it unless you sit with it. Now I'm picking up a little bit of the raspberry, but he didn't like it. In fact, he asked me to shut it off. It didn't do, I mean, I didn't mind it. It's very strong on the bread, but it threw, I don't know, probably 8 hours, pretty strong, and that's kind of what did it in for him. He was not having all that bread. Three Sisters soap. I said I was going to quit, and I keep grabbing them. Three Sisters soap. This is the Granny Smith apples with cinnamon. This did really, really well, and I melted this with something else, so I'm going to grab that out too. And it is so strong. The cinnamon balances out well with the apple. Some of the, you guys know what I mean. Some of the cinnamon apple, you get so much cinnamon, you can't tell there's apple in there. With this being apple with cinnamon, you get more apple and just a touch of cinnamon. This would be my favorite out of an apple cinnamon combo, just because that you get more of the apple with the cinnamon. Now with that, I did the Glade apple cinnamon. This is more of the spicy cinnamon and not a lot of apple. So if you're looking for an apple cinnamon and you pick this up, this is going to be way, way more cinnamon and less apple than this. This is more apple, and a good apple. So I prefer this over this because this is really, really spicy. And this didn't last very long. And it didn't fill the room. It hung around the warmers, but it didn't fill the room. So, alright. I think I made enough room, maybe, in my box that I can fit everything, but I didn't. So, I went over 15 minutes, probably knew I would, but that's a couple of days, maybe that's, I'm going to try to do this, upload a couple of these videos over the next couple of days, so that I can get caught up here. But I thank you all, and until next video, I'll see you very shortly. Bye, guys.